Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Magic News with Magic Ridge. I'm your host, Ridge. Nice to meet you. And today I want to go over the new cards that are legal in Commander, Vintage, and what's the other one there? Legacy. These cards that I'm going to show are not legal in Standard, Pioneer, and Modern. Okay, these new cards are in the new Adventures of the Forgotten Realms EDH deck. There are 17 new cards in every single of the decks. I've already gone over the first two. And today we are going to go over the deck Draconic Rage. So, we're going to go over that. There are a couple reprints, or a couple of these are in some of the other decks, etc. But there's a lot of new cards here, and I think it's important to share them with you guys. You know what I mean? They're new cards added to the Commander Legacy, vintage stuff. So very good. First up, we're going to go right into the Bag of Tricks. I can't remember if this does or does not have a reprint or not, but we're going to go over them. It costs 1 mana of any color, and then a forest, 2 CC for a artifact, green artifact. You can pay 4 mana of any color and a green mana, so 5 mana in total. Tap this artifact alongside. You're going to roll a D8, 8-sided dice. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card with mana value equal to the result. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. Definitely interesting. You know what I mean? It's definitely going to see some sort of play, for sure. Low CC, at least on the entry there. It is a little more hefty, at the end here. But I think this will be great and limited, and etc. I mean, there's probably not much limited unless you and your friends buy EDH decks, I guess. But, I mean, that's kind of limited, too. We're going to move on from the Bag of Tricks. We're going to go to Berserker's Frenzy for 2 mana of any color and then a mountain, 3 CC. Instant speed. Cast the spell only before combat or during combat before blockers are declared. You're going to roll 2 D20s, 20-sided dice, and ignore the lowest roll. A 1 through 14 is going to net you choose any number of creatures they block this turn if able. A 15 through 20 is going to you choose which creatures block this turn and how those creatures block. Alright, so a little bit of shenanigans there. 3 CC. Definitely, it's not game changing for me. The art's pretty rad. You got the skulls on this thing behind the Berserker. Alright, next up, we're going to move right on to the Chaos Dragon. Low CC Dragon, too. Looks pretty cool. So, for 1 mana of any color and then Mountain, 3 CC, we have a creature type Dragon. This dragon is a 4/4 with flying and haste. Chaos Dragon attacks each combat if able, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, each player rolls a d20. If one or more opponents had the highest result, Chaos Dragon can't attack those players or planeswalkers they control this combat. Alright, so we get the Flying Haste Dragon, but you're not going to be able to necessarily attack everybody you want to. But it's cool to see a low CC dragon. I'm not going to lie, but it definitely has a drawback, which it probably should have. But yeah, I mean, you're good to go. If you roll the highest, you're probably going to attack whoever you want. Moving on, I believe this is another one we've already seen, but we'll go over it real quick. We have Component Pouch. Component Pouch, 3 mana of any color, 3 CC for an artifact. You can tap this artifact to remove a component counter from Component Pouch and add 2 mana of different colors, okay? Very cool for color fixation type situation. You can tap it also to roll a d20. A 1 through 9 is going to net you put a component counter on Component Couch. A 10 through 20 is going to net you put 2 component counters on Component Couch. So most of the time you're going to be tapping it to put counters on it, and the other half of the time you're going to be tapping it for the mana. It's definitely not the worst mana rock I've seen at 3. So, it is what it is. Next up, we've got Dragonborn Champion. For 2 mana of any color and then a Mountain Forest, 4 CC, we have a creature type Dragon Warrior. This Dragon Warrior has a bit of that extra front action. He is a 5/3 with Trample, and whenever a source you control deals 5 or more damage to a player, draw a card. That's pretty good, Dragon Warrior. I mean, 4 for a 5/3 trample. When it deals combat damage, draw a card. I mean, it's got to do the whole 5. Somebody's got to be open. Or you boost it. Whatever. Very nice. I like it. It's kind of an odd outfit the dragon is wearing, in my opinion, but nonetheless. We're going to move right along to the Druid of Purification. For 3 mana of any color and then a forest. 4 CC for a creature type, human, druid. He is a 2/3. He's got a little bit of extra booty on him. When Druid of Purification enters the battlefield, starting with you, each player may choose an artifact or enchantment you don't control. Destroy each permanent chosen this way. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Next up, we've got Indomitable Might for 3 mana of any color and then a forest. 4 CC for an enchantment aura. This bad boy has flash and enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3. Enchanted creature's controller may have it assign its combat damage as though it were not blocked. One of the coolest things in Magic, in my opinion, you know. Especially for green. For green, I think this is awesome. This is definitely a cool thing. You know, you swing with a 13/13, you're still taking 13. Blocking, whatever. You're still taking the damage. Moving right along, we have another dragon. We've got Klauih, Unrivaled Ancient for 5 mana of any color and then a Mountain Forest. 7 CC legendary creature dragon. This dragon is a 4/4 with flying and haste. When Klauih, Unrivaled Ancient attacks, add X mana to in any combination of colors where X is the total power of attacking creatures. Spend this mana only to cast spells until end of turn. You don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. Wow, that's pretty powerful right there, boys. That's a pretty powerful one. Looks like a pretty awesome dragon for a 99 build of dragons, or can even be your commander. It's pretty promising, boys. Pretty promising. Next up, we've got Klauih's Will. All right. For X mana and Mountain Forest, unknown CC. Instant speed, choose one. If you control a commander as you cast the spell, you may choose both. We've got Breathe Flame. Klauih's Will deals X damage to each creature without flying. And that's going to be the X up top. And then you have Smash Relics. Destroy up to X target artifacts and or enchantments. Once again, that is for the X. Very nice, very nice. Moving right along, we have Maddening Hex. For 1 mana of any color and a Mountain 3 CC, we have an enchantment aura curse. Haven't seen many curses run around lately. So we have Enchant Player. Whenever Enchanted Player casts a non-creature spell, you're going to roll a 6-sided dice. Maddening Hex deals damage to that player equal to the result. Then attach Maddening Hex to another one of your opponents, chosen at random. Okay, alright. Seems legit. Sure thing. Moving right along, we have Newrwinter Hydra for X, and then Forest. So unknown CC there. We have a creature type Hydra. He is a 0/0, but he, depending on what's going on here. As Newrwinter Hydra enters the battlefield, you get to roll X D6s. So you're going to roll X 6-sided dice. It enters with a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the total of those results. This Hydra also has Trample, and it has Ward 4. For those unfamiliar with Ward, whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or an ability and opponent controls, counter it unless they pay an additional 4 mana of any color. Ward 4, very good, very nice. Lots of mana to go into this guy. Moving along, we do have another reprint, something that has been already shown here on my channel. We have Sword of Hours. For 2 mana of any color, 2 CC, we have an artifact equipment. When equipped creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. When equipped creature deals combat damage, roll a d12, 12-sided dice. If the result is greater than the damage dealt, or the result is 12, double the number of +1/+1 counters on that creature. And has a relatively decent equip cost of 2 mana of any color. Not too bad, not too bad. Moving along, we have a land here. We have Underdark Rift. It is a land that you could tap for a colorless mana, or you could pay 5, tap it, exile Underdark Rift, roll a d10, a 10-sided die, put target artifact, creature, or planeswalker into its owner's library just beneath the top X cards of that library, where X is the result. Activate only as a sorcery. Huh. Alright. What do you guys think about that one? Leave me some info on that guy. Next up, we've got Vengeful Ancestor for 2 mana of any color, and then Mountain, 4 CC for a creature spirit dragon. This dragon is a 3/4, has a little extra booty, also has flying. When Vengeful Ancestor enters the battlefield or attacks, goad target creature. Whenever a goaded creature attacks, it deals 1 damage to its controller. Not too bad, not too bad. Goaded. Make everybody attack them other selves, you know? Let them go at it. Next up, we've got Wild Endeavor for 4 mana of any color, and then Forest, 6 CC, sorcery speed. You're going to roll 2 d4s, so 4-sided dice, and choose 1 result. Create a number of 3/3 green beast creature tokens equal to that result. Then search your library for a number of basic land cards to the other result. Put them onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. It's a little high in the CC. It's a little expensive on the mana cost there. But other than that, it seems pretty good for some Selesnya tokens or something around those lines, you know? Pretty decent. Next up, we've got another legend here. We've got Wulfar of Icewind Dale. Alright? For 3 mana of any color, and then a mountain forest. So 5 CC for a legendary creature, human barbarian. This feller is a 4/4 with melee. Whenever this creature attacks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each opponent you attacked this combat. If a creature you control attacking would cause a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. That's pretty good. It's pretty good right there. What do we think? Let's wrap it all up. We got the melee, the 5/4, the barbarian. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Last spoiler on this deck. We've got another legend. We've got Vrondis, Rage of Ancients. He costs 3 mana of any color, and then a mountain forest, 5 CC. He is a legendary creature dragon, barbarian. He is a 5/4. He's got a little bit of that front action. He also has Enrage, so whenever Vrondis, Rage of Ancients is dealt damage, you may create a 5/4 red and green dragon spirit creature token with, when this creature deals damage, sacrifice it. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, you may have Vrondis deal 1 damage to itself. Okay. That makes sense, You're going to roll, you're going to hit it for a damage, you're going to make a 5/4 red, green, dragon, spirit creature token. Once that 5/4 doesn't have haste, but if you manage to get in with that 5/4, it gets sacrificed, etc. But it seems pretty good. This one's probably my favorite out of the 2 or 3 commanders here. So Vrondis, I'd probably rock Vrondis. He's pretty lit. Other than that, I appreciate you guys coming out. I'd wish that you would subscribe. We've got a giveaway coming up just around the corner. Still waiting on my Adventures of the Forgotten Realms set booster box. We're going to crack, and we're going to start a new giveaway. All right? Other than that, usually every Friday you could check out Commander Wars EDH. We put up new videos every Friday. Even this Friday. Today, one went up. So I'll leave a link for that in the description below. So go ahead and check out Commander Wars, another channel that I'm involved with. Go support them, us. And yeah, I mean, we got some videos over there doing almost 4,000 or 5,000 views. So that's pretty good for us, you know. We just all started this year. Other than that, I just hope you have a wonderful day, you know. Hope you're having a good morning, good breakfast, amazing lunch. Maybe take one of your significant others out for an amazing dinner and some drinks or something. I just hope you have a blessed day, man. And I'll probably post another one of these videos tomorrow. I want to go over all these decks. So this next one will probably come out Saturday, since I'm not coming out with a deck tech, because we've been waiting for the new adventure cards. So, you know, when you make one every single week, you're kind of running out of ideas and stuff for decks. Mainly the commanders, honestly. Ones that you, like, want to build. If I don't want to build them, I'm not going to build it. So, other than that, not much going on. Not much going on. Just hanging out. I thought I heard, was there something? No, that was fake. I thought I heard about another set. We only got the other 2 sets this year. All we've got is the 2 Innistrad blocks, which is my favorite block, nonetheless, at the end of the year. So we've got that stuff coming up eventually. So just stay safe out there. Have a good time. You know, live like you only live once. And I'll catch you on the flip side.